Hi, and welcome to Cover Brand, where we cover all things branding, marketing, and advertising to help you understand what the hell branding is and how it works to grow your business. Welcome and welcome back, everybody. I'm Ethan Decker. Today I have Michele Blazier on the show. Hi, Michele.
Hi, Ethan. I was dancing to your music. Were you dancing over there?
I take a little breather. I take a little moment of zen, so to speak. This video also sometimes takes forever to load, so I get about a 10 or 20-second awkward moment where I'm just breathing and relaxing before the show starts.
Awesome. Good. Well, I was dancing. So it was
Okay,
my form of breathing.
great. It's good to see you. Michele's one of my old friends from here in Boulder. I used to work with her husband, Troy, at a company called Radar way back in the day. But now we're still friends and have seen our kids grow up and all that jazz. And you are now at a place called Bishop Fox, yes?
Yes, Bishop Fox, a leader
Okay.
in the offensive security space.
Very nice.
I
Very nice.
know.
So, you know what? I forgot. Before we get into the business side, we have to talk cover songs.
Yes, it would not be cover brand otherwise. So the one that I love right now, Fast Car.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Which version?
It's a tie because I love my Tracy Chapman. I love my Luke Combs. And, they came together and made it work in a collaboration, which is super cool as well. So I don't know. It's a coin toss. It's a coin toss.
Oh, wait, it was a collaboration when they did it live. Because he recorded his own version.
He recorded his own. She was the
Yes.
originator, but then they came together on one of those award shows. And
Yes.
I thought, what a way to pay homage. I mean, who doesn't love Fast Car, first of all, but
Such
also
a
to pay
great song.
homage to each other, two different genres,
Yeah.
different styles, grooving together. So, yeah,
Are you a
Fast
country
Car.
music person?
I'm a secret hot country person lover because,
Did not know this about you.
yeah, see, this was the thing. Yeah, my husband, who you know quite well, Troy does not. He's not a country music fan. So I can
Yeah.
only listen to the highway and other things like that in my own automobile. So that's why Fast
Oh.
Car makes sense.
Okay. So when you drive a fast car, you play country.
I play country.
Oh, okay,
I'm in
okay, okay.
Colorado. Country makes sense.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. He did a great version, and he really did. I'm partial to the original. I think she tells that story so damn well,
Yep.
and it is such a heartbreaking story of hardship and poverty, and wishing for a better life. And I think she told it when she wrote it when she was like 19 or 21 or something.
That's right. Yes.
And yeah, so I think that life was probably still pretty fresh for her. I have no clue what Luke's story is and whether Luke Combs.
He
Luke
was just a
Combs?
super fan. Yeah, super fan. And so that's what I appreciate because I'm a super fan
Yeah,
as
yeah. Um, it would be interesting to see if he grew up living in the shelter as well and dreaming of getting out. And I don't know, but yes, great version. Both of them are great versions. I'm gonna have to listen to both of them now after the show because it's such a
well.
great song.
And it
Well
is.
done. Let's get back to brands, marketing, advertising.
Let's
Bishop Fox,
do
you
it.
had a question for me.
Yes, we are at an interesting point where we are rebranding, refreshing ourselves. And the question and debate has been, is it better to take a more human type of approach versus a mascot? Because obviously Fox is in our name. So there is,
Mm,
we can be foxes in a fox den, but
okay,
also our offering is professional and managed services. So it's a very
right.
different type of business. So I don't know what the experts would say about
Mm.
mascots versus humans.
I don't know what the experts would say either, but I'll tell you what I say. I'll sit in. I'll sit in for the experts. Um, so I think that the goal is to, it sounds like the goal, and I always like to start, what's your goal? What's your ambition? The goal is to not just be stale and corporate and dry because
1000%, yes, because we are a founder led CEO type of
yep,
company. We're a company of hackers who are super smart, super cool
nice.
people. So yes, definitely. And we've got we went through the Series A, Series B, all of that, but we were definitely not
Right.
looking for a big corporate feel.
Okay. So then to avoid feeling stale in corporate, and right, you're a small company, you're more nimble, you can do more things than a really big corporate behemoth like IBM, who has to be super corporate in a way. So then how do you do that is your question. And you were asking, do you need to, if I have this right, do you need actual humans in your thing to look more human? Or
Correct.
yeah, yeah, to have more character.
But
Or
in the
there's more,
world of AI too, right? Like who is human, who's
yeah,
not human, right? We're in a
yeah.
fluid type of environment right now. So it's a
Or can you do with a mascot, right?
yes, the
Is
box.
kind of the question. You
Hmm.
know, I was just having a chat with a friend from down under in Australia named Abby Dorian, who works at a company called Cheeky Little. And it's fascinating. Cheeky Little, I think, is the maker of some of the biggest kids shows in Australia. Literally, that's what they do. But now they're starting to do uh, corporate mascots and characters. And the phrase I was joking around with her was characters with character. Because you could have a mascot, but it could be just as dry and stale and boring as a dry corporate company. And sadly, I'll bet a lot of mascots that start with character end up dry and stale and boring because of that. They get the life sucked out of them. Um, I'm trying to think. Do you know if any? I mean, we know so many mascots: the Pillsbury Doughboy, Tony the Tiger, the Jolly Green Giant. But do you know of any that are just super lame?
I do wonder. I like my little tire guy. I've got like a little tire guy. So
Wait, hold that up closer. I can't see.
the little tire.
Oh, is that the Michelin Man?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, that's
So like
literally the Michelin Man from the Michelin Tire Company.
right, right.
Okay,
So I don't know at what point do you become, stale and dry,
yeah,
but on occasion I do look at characters and get to know them. But it's pretty old school. You can see that water bottle is pretty beat up and
yeah.
dated. So I'm kind of the mindset now that human touch
Mhm.
might make more sense versus retro beat up water bottle, put the
Right.
sticker on the bottom, right?
Well, I mean, there's the sticker on the bottom of your bottle, but that's yes. I think the question of does it have to be a human to have character? I would say resoundingly no. Resoundingly, you can have a character that has a lot of character. And there's one or two super famous ones we all know, which is the Geico Gecko and the Aflac Duck.
Mhm.
I talk a lot about them because those companies are dry and boring and stale as hell. But those characters are very alive and they're characters with actual character. I think it's funny that you should show the Michelin Man because that's an example to me of a mascot that doesn't really do much right now.
Exactly.
It's pretty dry. It's a mascot, but it doesn't have a lot of character.
That's right. That's why I put it on a water bottle. So
Yeah,
what I'm
bottom of the water bottle.
wondering is on the bottom too. But what do
Yeah.
you think about street art? Like when you think about like street art, streetscapes, and
Mhm.
like that coming into branding or Easter eggs, like what are your thoughts on those types of topics related to mascot or humans?
Those can be good as again as long as they actually have character. And we can all smell it, right? We can smell it when something corporate and dry says, "Hi, I am trendy. I like street art like you. We are all about individual expression and expressiveness. Let's celebrate the human condition." Right? Like we smell it right away.
Yeah.
And so even if a company adopts these things, they can do them in the worst possible, driest, boringest way. And so the key is to actually keep the humanity in it, whatever it is you're doing, and keep the character in it, whatever it is you're doing. Whether it's an animated thing like the Geico Gecko, or whether I don't know if Bishop Fox you had a fox maybe, or maybe you still have a fox?
Yeah, we had some foxes and robots, but we are thinking like, because we are, friendly and human and
Mhm.
really, even events, right? We
Yeah.
like to do like super cool, let's go surfing type of
Mhm.
event, right? Let's do what we'd want to do with friends,
Uh-huh.
type of company. So our current thinking that we're wondering about is like, maybe we don't have to have, like you said, the characters can seem robotic because that was
Mhm.
kind of cool when soccer first got started 20 years ago.
Sure.
It was like, we're going into space, right? But
Right.
now you kind of think like, hey, we're actually protecting humans and brands and
Mhm.
individuals and children, like both of us have, right? We're protecting
Right.
young adults in the world. So I don't know. It's kind of an interesting time.
I think you're right that the trend is it's not that to depict the future you need something that's robotic and futuristic. Here's a great example where it is a character, it is animated, it is actually a robot, but it is maybe the most human thing you can think of that has so much character, which is Wally.
Oh, I love Wally.
Wally.
I love
And
Wally. It's
even his
in my
name
heart.
is just like, it's an acronym for the washing device or cleanup robot that he is. And Eva also has incredible amount of character, and she is EVA, and that's an acronym for some kind of device. And Mo is a cleanup robot. Those robots have so much freaking character, right? I mean, Wally is just so adorable. It's actually one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah,
Um,
you and I love that too. That is
yeah,
interesting. Yeah, it's an interesting perspective. So it sounds like no matter what, you've got to have the humanity though, because even with
yeah,
AI too, right? You can tell if it's well done, well used, or
correct.
not.
You can see if it's stiff and if it's a corporate faceless thing trying to be hip and human. Correct. So regardless of whether you use actual people or characters, and Wally isn't the only amazing character, amazing mascot with Scott character. Of course, it's over the top because it's Pixar and it's a real story. But a couple brands in the B2B space that have character. One of them, well, this isn't B2B, but it's recent. Duolingo's character, the owl.
Yeah, the owl can get mean on me sometimes though. Like,
Yeah.
it's
But
like a sassy owl.
sassy. It's got character. It's got character. It's a character with character, as my friend Abby and I were joking. Um, then the other one, which is truly in B2B, is in Salesforce.
Yes.
And I
I
think
do
you
like the
know that one well.
characters. You're speaking my language now because since I work in revenue operations, I love my CRM.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that's true.
Astro is the name of that character.
Oh, see, I didn't know his name though. Even as
Well,
much as a super user as I am.
which is a great thing to always remember as a marketer, that no one's going to know the backstory, no one's going to know the deep brand story and the history. Most people can't remember that the Geico character is a gecko, not just a lizard. But it's a gecko because it's Geico. Geico, gecko, gecko, Geico. They made it super simple. So in that regard, I would recommend a fox because you are Bishop Fox. And I think that Fox as a character would be sticky and memorable and different, because that's another thing. Other companies that you compete against can have humans, but not most other cyber companies that you compete against won't have a fox. So there's a benefit to
So
actually
he's
having the mascot.
humanistic. He's a humanistic form of the fox.
Or he's a fox that has character, baby. I
Yeah.
mean, maybe he's got a little bit of Austin Powers. Yeah, baby. Like groovy. I have no clue. But think about the Geico Gecko. The Geico Gecko has a Cockney accent. Why does a gecko who's talking about insurance in America have a Cockney accent? And that's a terrible Cockney accent. But why? Why not? Because it's character. So maybe Bishop Fox's fox has got, dun, 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 foxy, something going on. I don't know. I don't know. Or maybe it's adorable and cute, like Astro is for um, Salesforce. Or maybe it's got a little bit of sass, like the Duolingo owl. Is it an owl?
I think it's an owl. It blinks at you. That's stressful.
I do not use Duolingo, so I do not know the character as well. But
Yeah.
but that's the notion is the character should have character. And if it is a fox, it links really tightly to your brand and it's not copyable by your competition. So
Yeah,
that's
I
a
have
pretty
to
good
think. Yeah,
strategy.
I have to think we have to be true to ourselves as well, though. And
Yep.
I guess, question, how do you test that type of thing with clients and prospects?
Oh, well, you said the magic word, which is test.
Mm,
Test, test, test. Get it out there. Do some little phishing experiments, not in the cyber attack way, but uh, get out there and try it. My understanding of the way that Astro started for Salesforce was as a silly t-shirt for a developers meeting of 95 people or 85 people. And they made a little character that was in an astronaut suit, like the MTV person putting the MTV flag on the moon.
yeah.
That's all it was. It was a silly little t-shirt for 90 people. And those people gobbled it up, wore it nonstop. And the folks who made it were like, maybe we're on to something.
We love
Maybe.
t-shirts and hoodies at Bishop Box, so I must confess,
Oh,
yes.
yeah, people like the hoodies?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's hacker wear, right? Because you can put your hoodie up, you
Oh my
can
God, yes,
see it.
yes.
Yeah, like,
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the thing. Test it and see if you get a reaction. If you get a good reaction, you're probably onto something. And if people look at you, with a blank stare or cross-eyed, skip it. My own first logo was a fractal star, which got cross-eyed stares. People were like, what? Huh, is it a ninja star? And there was a big brand story behind it. Nobody gave a shit. But my Frelk, the little frog elk character, people like it gets an immediate reaction, instant like reaction to this. And I was like, I guess I'm onto something. I guess I'm going to stick with the Frelk. So I would recommend, first of all, you can go wrong with whatever tool you use, whether it's real people, whether it's a mascot, whether it's
street art.
AI generated or street art or partnerships. They can all come across as flat and dry and dull. So no matter which tool you use, inject it with a lot of character and make it human. And you're right, make it true to who you guys are. And then test and learn, try it out, put a little something out there, try it here, do it on this workshop. Maybe you have a client meeting, you bring some shit to the client meeting, you see how they react. If they go, ew, maybe don't use that stuff. If they go, oh, I want that, maybe use that stuff.
Right on.
Awesome.
Always a pleasure, Ethan. Wealth of knowledge, good ideas. We love it and we are going to use it. So hopefully it's
Well,
helpful to some other people too. I don't know. Um,
maybe we'll find out in the comments someday when people start listening.
Excellent. Thank you.
A pleasure as well. It's always good to see you, Michelle.
Take care.
Ciao. That's it for this episode. If anything stuck with you from today's show, good. That's the point. Be simple, be sticky, and stay classy, San Diego. If today's conversation made you rethink something about your business, consider calling us to get more formal help for your brand or your team. I run workshops and strategy sessions to turn science into success. Cliche, that's cheesy. Learn more at appliedbrandscience.com.